Welcome to Read and Learn English. Today we will follow the journey of a young man named Aaron. Aaron starts with nothing but a big dream. He wants to help his family by selling handmade t-shirts. At first, his small idea grows fast, and everyone loves his brand. But soon, success makes him greedy. He stops listening, makes bad choices, and loses everything. This story is not just about business. It is about truth, mistakes, and learning what really matters. It will teach you that money is not the only goal. Respect, honesty, and care are more important. Let's begin the story of the price of success. Chapter 1. Dreams on the Pavement. Aaron was only 19. He lived in a small house with his mother, father, and two younger sisters. His family was poor. His father drove a rickshaw. His mother cooked food and sold it in front of their house. Aaron wanted to help. He was good at drawing, so he had an idea. He started drawing designs on white t-shirts. He used markers and fabric paint. Some had animals, some had cool words, and some had funny faces. Aaron made 10 t-shirts and took them to the market. He laid a mat on the pavement and placed the shirts on it. People walked by. Some smiled. Some stopped to look. One boy said, "Cool shirt," and bought it. Aaron felt happy. That day he sold 4 shirts. He took the money home and gave it to his mother. She smiled and hugged him. Every day Aaron made new t-shirts and sat in the same place. Slowly, more people came. A few took photos and shared them online. Aaron didn't have a shop. He didn't have a website. But his t-shirts had something special, heart and style. One day, a man in a nice shirt came to Aaron. He said, "Your designs are good. Do you have more?" Aaron showed him a book of drawings. The man took his number and left. 2 days later, he called. "Can you make 50 shirts with this design?" he asked. Aaron had never made 50 shirts at once, but he said yes. He bought shirts in bulk and worked all night. His friends came to help. He paid them with snacks and a little money. After 3 days, he delivered the shirts. The man smiled and said, "Good job." From that day, orders came in every week. Aaron used social media to show his work. People started calling his shirts street art tees. He was not just a boy on the pavement now. He was a young businessman, but he still remembered why he started, to help his family. Every night, he gave some of the money to his mother. He also saved a little. Aaron's dream was growing, one shirt at a time. Chapter 2. The Hustler's Rise. One morning, Aaron woke up to 100 messages on his phone. Someone had posted a photo of his t-shirts on a fashion blog. The post said, "Best street fashion in the city, made by a young artist." People loved it. Aaron's followers grew fast. By the end of the week, he had 2,000 followers on Instagram. His inbox was full of orders. One school wanted matching shirts for their event. A small music band wanted shirts with their logo. Aaron was busy all day. His hands hurt, but his heart was full of joy. Aaron no longer worked alone. He called 2 friends, Ravi and Sunil, to help. They made shirts together. Aaron taught them how to draw the designs. They worked from his room, using the small table and one fan. A local shopkeeper saw Aaron's work and gave him space in his shop window. Aaron placed 5 shirts there. People came and asked, "Where can I buy more?" The shopkeeper gave them Aaron's number. Soon, Aaron got a big order, 300 shirts for a youth sports event. He needed help fast. He hired 2 more people. He also found a small printing shop that could help with large orders. Money was coming in. Aaron opened a bank account. He started using Excel to track his orders. He bought better paints and a second-hand laptop. His dream now had a name: Aaron Streetwear. People began to call him the T-shirt king. Newspapers wrote about him. One local TV show invited him for an interview. Aaron sat in front of the camera and said, "I just wanted to help my family. I didn't know it would grow like this." But while Aaron was happy, he also felt pressure. Orders came fast. Customers wanted quick delivery. Mistakes happened. Some shirts were wrong. Some were late. Aaron said, "It's okay. I will fix it." But he was tired. He worked late every night. He didn't see his friends much anymore. He missed dinner with his family. But he told himself, this is the price of success. What Aaron didn't know was this: success is not only about money. It is also about balance, people, and planning. But for now, he was rising fast, and he loved it. Chapter 3. Blind Ambition. Aaron's brand was growing fast. Every day he got more messages, more orders, and more calls. People wanted shirts for events, shops, schools, and online sales. Aaron felt proud. He told himself, "I can become the biggest t-shirt maker in the city." To finish the orders, Aaron hired more people. Some were friends, some were strangers. He didn't check their skills. He just needed hands. His small room became too crowded, so he rented a bigger place. It was not cheap, but Aaron said, "It's fine. I will make more money." To pay for the new space, he took a loan from a local moneylender. The man gave him cash, but wanted it back with high interest. Aaron didn't care. "This is just the beginning," he said. "I need to grow fast." Aaron also bought a second-hand machine to print shirts faster. It broke after 2 weeks. He spent more money fixing it. Still, orders kept coming, so he kept spending. But something changed. Aaron started acting different. He talked less with his team. He gave orders, but didn't listen. When Ravi said, "This design is wrong," Aaron replied, "Just do your job." When Sunil said, "We need more time," Aaron said, "Work faster." The team was tired. They worked all day and night. But Aaron didn't say thank you. He only said, "More orders, more shirts, hurry." One day, a customer called. "The shirts are not ready?" she asked. Aaron shouted at Ravi, "Why is this late?" Ravi looked sad. He said, "You changed the plan yesterday." Aaron ignored him and walked away. Aaron was too focused on growing big. He wanted more money, more fame, more sales. He stopped checking designs. He stopped asking for feedback. His heart was full of dreams, but he forgot the people beside him. He was blind with ambition. He wanted success so much that he didn't see the problems around him. Chapter 4. The Shortcut. Orders were high, but costs were higher. The loan had to be paid back. The rent, the staff, the broken machine, all cost money. Aaron looked at his books and said, "I need to make more profit." He had an idea. "I will use cheaper t-shirts," he thought. "They look the same and no one will notice." So he started buying low-quality shirts. They were thin and rough. The designs didn't look as bright, but Aaron told his team, "It's fine, just make them fast." The first few customers didn't complain, but soon messages came in. One person said, "The shirt shrank after one wash." Another said, "The design is fading." Aaron replied, "Sorry, it won't happen again." But he kept using cheap shirts. To save more time, he also stopped checking the orders. Sometimes the sizes were wrong. Sometimes the colors were mixed up. Customers got angry. Some stopped ordering. One school sent a big order. Aaron promised to finish in 5 days, but the team was already busy. Ravi said, "We can't do this on time." Aaron replied, "Just say yes." The order was late. The school was not happy. Another band ordered black shirts with gold print. Aaron said yes, but didn't have gold paint. He used yellow instead. The band was upset. "You broke the deal," they said. Aaron said, "It's just a color. It doesn't matter." But it did matter. People started writing bad reviews online. Old customers left. New ones didn't come back. Aaron was still making shirts, but sales were slowing down. His team felt sad. Ravi said, "You used to care about your work. Now you only care about money." Sunil said, "This is not what we started." Aaron didn't listen. He said, "Business is business." But in trying to go faster, Arun had taken shortcuts, and every shortcut came with a cost. He was still running, still chasing success. But behind him, small cracks were starting to grow, and soon they would be too big to ignore. Chapter 5: Betrayal and Loss. Arun's business was still open, but things were not good. Many customers were angry. Some wanted refunds. Others stopped replying to his messages. His team was tired, and mistakes happened every day. But Arun did not stop. He thought, "I just need one big order, then everything will be fine." One day, Arun met a young businessman named Raj. Raj owned a small fashion store. He said, "I like your designs. Let's work together." Arun was happy. He thought this could save his brand. They signed a deal. Arun would make shirts, and Raj would sell them in his store. At first, it worked well. Raj sold many shirts. He paid Arun and asked for more. But then, the problem started again. Arun used cheap shirts. Some designs were old. Some deliveries were late. Raj got angry calls from his customers. Raj asked Arun, "What is going on?" Arun said, "Everything is fine, just a small problem." But Raj didn't believe him. He checked the shirts himself and saw the truth. They were not like the samples. The quality was low and the stitching was poor. Raj felt cheated. He told Arun, "You lied to me. You broke our deal." Arun said nothing. He knew Raj was right. Then Raj did something big. He posted on social media. He wrote, "Do not trust Arun Streetwear. They sell poor quality shirts and break promises." He shared photos of the bad shirts. People started talking. Many shared their own bad experiences. The news spread fast. Arun's inbox filled with angry messages. "Where is my refund?" one said. "Why did you lie?" another said. His followers dropped. Orders stopped. Even his old customers turned away. Ravi and Sunil saw the post. Ravi said, "He told the truth." Sunil said, "We warned Arun, but he didn't listen." That evening, the team sat in silence. No shirts were being made. No calls came. Arun looked at his phone. No new messages, no new likes, just silence and shame. He had lost everything, his customers, his name, and the trust he once had. Chapter 6: Silence After the Storm. After Raj's post, everything changed. Arun's brand was now a name people didn't trust. No one wanted his shirts. His shop window was empty. His phone stayed silent. Day after day, no orders came. The people working with him left. Ravi said, "I can't work here anymore." Sunil packed his bag and said, "Goodbye, Arun." The room felt empty. Arun sat in his chair, alone. He looked at the shirts around him. Some were half done, some were mistakes. He thought about the past, his first sale, his mother's smile, the happy customers. That joy was gone now. He still had bills to pay. The lone man came. "Where is my money?" he asked. Arun didn't have it. The man shouted, but Arun said nothing. The shop rent was late. The owner said, "You must leave." Aaron packed his things and left the place where his dream began. He went home. His mother looked at him. She didn't say much. Just a soft, Are you okay? Aaron nodded, but inside, he was broken. He sat on his bed and looked at old photos on his phone. In one photo, he and Ravi smiled, holding the first t-shirt they made. In another, customers stood in line. Now, all that was gone. Aaron didn't eat much. He didn't talk to anyone. Days passed, then weeks. The dream he once chased was now a memory. One evening, he walked through the same market where he first sold his shirts. The pavement was full of sellers, just like him once. He sat on a bench and watched. I wanted to grow fast, he whispered, but I forgot why I started. He remembered his dream, to help his family, to share his art, to make people happy. But somewhere along the way, he lost that dream. He chased money, fame, and speed, and in the end, he lost it all. Now, all he had was silence and regret. But in that silence, something small began to grow, a thought, a lesson, a chance to begin again. Chapter 7. The Mirror. After many quiet days, Aaron began to think deeply. He sat in his small room and asked himself, what went wrong? He had time now, no orders, no messages, just silence and space to think. He looked at an old mirror on the wall. His face looked tired. His eyes were not bright like before. I was proud, he whispered. I wanted to be great, but I forgot to be good. The mirror did not speak, but it showed the truth. Arun remembered the people he hurt. He thought about Ravi and Sunil. They worked so hard. They tried to warn him, but he didn't listen. He felt sad. One morning he walked to Ravi's house. Ravi was surprised to see him. Arun said, I'm sorry. I didn't listen. I was wrong. Ravi looked at him for a moment, then said, thank you. That means a lot. Next, Arun went to Sunil. He also said sorry. Sunil smiled and said, I was angry, but I know you're not a bad person. You just got lost. Then Aaron visited Raj's shop. Raj looked serious. Why are you here? He asked. Arun took a deep breath. I hurt your name. I broke your trust. I'm sorry. Raj stayed quiet for a moment. Then he said, you did a lot of damage. But maybe saying sorry is your first step. Aaron knew words could not fix everything, but he still wanted to try. He also sent messages to customers he had disappointed. Some replied, some didn't. But he wrote the same words to all. I was wrong. I will do better next time. Each step was hard. It made his heart heavy, but it also made him feel light inside. He was no longer hiding from his mistakes. One day, while walking through the market, a boy selling water smiled and said, You are the t-shirt guy, right? Aaron nodded. You were famous once, the boy said. Aaron smiled softly. I made many mistakes, he replied. The boy asked, Will you try again? Aaron paused and then said, Yes, but this time I will do it the right way. Aaron went home and looked in the mirror again. This time, his eyes were a little brighter. Chapter 8. Building with Truth. After weeks of thinking, Aaron decided to start again. But this time, he wanted to do everything right. No fast growth, no lies, no shortcuts, just honest work. He had a small amount of money saved. It was not much, but it was enough to buy a few plain t-shirts and some paint. He began drawing designs by hand, just like he did in the early days. His mother saw him working. Back to t-shirts? She asked. Arun smiled. Yes, but this time with care. He printed 10 shirts and set up a table in the market. He did not put up a big sign. He didn't say he was the best. He just said, handmade shirts, honest price. At first, people walked by. Some looked, some didn't. Then a girl stopped. Did you make this? She asked. Aaron nodded. It's nice, she said and bought one. Aaron felt joy, not because of the money, but because someone liked his work. Word started to spread again, slowly this time. People liked the designs. More importantly, they trusted him. If there was a mistake, Aaron fixed it. If a customer had a problem, he listened. Ravi came by one day. "It looks good," he said. Aaron smiled. "Want to help again?" Ravi thought for a moment and said, "Maybe." Aaron wrote a note and pinned it to his table. It said, "Made with honesty, no lies, no rush, just love." That note became part of his brand. 1 month later, Sunil joined too. They didn't rush. They worked with care. Every shirt was checked. Every customer was respected. Aaron learned that success is not just about money or speed. Real success comes from truth, respect, and love for the work. He was still small. He was still rebuilding. But he was proud. Because this time he wasn't chasing success. He was building it. With truth. Chapter 9. Respect over riches. Aaron's small table in the market became a regular spot. He didn't sell many shirts at first, but every day he smiled and talked kindly to people. Some looked, some bought, and some just came to say hello. Aaron was happy either way. He now cared more about people than profit. If someone said, "I can't pay full price," he listened. If someone had a problem with a shirt, he replaced it with no questions. His goal was not to be rich. His goal was to be kind, honest, and fair. One morning, a man came by. He said, "Last year I bought from you. The shirt was bad, but I've heard you changed." Arun bowed his head. "I'm sorry for before. Please give me one more chance." The man smiled and bought a new shirt. He left with a happy heart. More people came like that. Not just for shirts, but for trust. Aaron's old friends, Ravi and Sunil, now worked beside him again. They laughed while they worked. They talked to customers, and they made sure every shirt was good. A small clothing blog wrote about him. The post was called, "From Mistakes to Meaning, Arun's Honest Fashion." People read it and came to see the man who chose honesty over money. A teacher came with her students. She said, "This is Arun. He failed once, but stood up again. He works with truth. Learn from him." Aaron felt proud, but also humble. A customer asked, "Don't you want to open a big shop again?" Aaron said, "Maybe one day, but only if I can grow slowly and stay honest." Now he had repeat buyers. Some people wore his shirts and told others, "He's the one who makes them by hand with care." That was better than any big ad. One evening, Aaron sat with his team. They counted the day's money. It wasn't a lot, but it was enough. More importantly, it was honest. No lies, no shortcuts. He smiled and said, "We're not rich, but we are respected." And that, he learned, was worth more. Chapter 10. True Success. Months passed. Aaron's small brand slowly grew. It was not fast, it was not loud, but it was strong. He still used the same table in the market. He now had more designs, better shirts, and new customers. But he never forgot his biggest lesson. Always stay true. One day, a big store owner came to see him. "I like your work," she said. "Let's make a deal. We can sell your shirts in many cities." Aaron thought for a while. Then he asked, "Will I still control quality? Can I still use my handmade designs?" The woman smiled and said, "Only if you stay small. Big shops need fast work." Aaron said politely, "Thank you, but I must say no. I want to grow with care." He could have made more money, but he didn't want to lose his values again. Later, a little boy came to his table. He said, "I saved my lunch money to buy your shirt." Aaron gave the shirt and said, "You keep your money. Come back when you grow up." That night, Aaron walked home with a full heart. His mother waited at the door. "How was your day?" she asked. Aaron said, "It was the best." He sat in his room and looked at the same old mirror. His face looked different now. Not tired, not proud, just peaceful. He said softly, "True success is not money. It's doing what's right, even when it's hard." He now knew success is helping people. Success is saying sorry. Success is growing slow but strong. Success is being kind, even when no one is watching. His dream was alive again, but now it had meaning. He wasn't famous, he wasn't rich, but he was proud. He had respect. He had friends. He had peace. That was true success. Arun's story is a lesson for all of us. He had a dream, but he forgot the right way to reach it. When he chose lies and speed, he fell. But when he chose honesty and respect, he stood up again, stronger and wiser. True success is not fast or easy. True success is when you grow with care, treat people kindly, and stay true to your values. Thank you for watching this story on Read and Learn English. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more simple stories with big life lessons. See you next time.